Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. I see that we have quite a few of you guys signed in. We're super excited to get going today. Let's see. All right, you guys should be able to see a little window at the bottom of your screen. If you want to, we would love to hear where everyone is signing in from. Go ahead and leave your comments there. We also have a Q&A box, but we're going to use that at the end of today's presentation. So anyway, yeah, welcome to today's webinar, Engaging Customers with a Branded App. If you're watching this live, let us know where you're logging in from. And then before we get started today, I'm just going to go over a couple of housekeeping items. Feel free to ask questions anytime during the presentation. There's an area to submit your questions on the side panel. We'll be taking time to answer those at the end of today's talk. So don't worry, we will get to them just at the end. Also, today's session is being recorded. So don't worry about taking notes. We will send you an email with the recording of the presentation and everything at the end. And then also we're going to get started. We have a little poll here. Let's see. I'm also going to, okay, we have someone in from San Diego, Houston, Texas, Florida, Redondo Beach, New York City, Seattle. Awesome. Lindsay and I are here from San Luis Obispo, which is where MindBody is headquartered. So hi, everybody. Oh, we have another New York City, Minnesota. Cool. Welcome, you guys. I'm going to launch a little poll real quick. We would love to get feedback from you guys. We just have a couple of questions about how you use Branded App and what you're looking and where your areas of interest are regarding that. So we're excited. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Lindsay Fullen. She is the Product Marketing Manager here at MindBody. She has a wealth of knowledge about branded apps, and she is going to introduce you to an incredible panel of business owners that have found success through their branded apps. So welcome, Lindsay.
Thank you. Let me make sure my slides are working. Awesome. Like Katrina said, my name is Lindsay Fullen. I'm a product marketing manager, and one of my products that I manage is branded mobile apps. So today I'm just going to start by reviewing what a branded mobile app is and what MindBody has to offer. Go over a few of the features, and then, like Katrina said, in the most fun part of today, we'll hear from 3 small business owners about all the ways they use branded app to engage with customers. So we're going to start off with why branded apps are valuable for small businesses, especially in fitness and beauty. As the screen says, health and fitness app usage has grown over 330% in the last 3 years. And this data also shows that not only are people downloading apps, but engagement is really high. 3/4 of active users open their health and fitness app at least 2 times a week, and more than 25% of users access their fitness apps more than 10 times a week. So it's getting pretty important to show up on your customers and your clients' phones. MindBody's branded apps comes included at the Ultimate Tier package, featuring custom promotion, membership management, book and pay, push notifications, all sorts of features. A custom mobile app not only boosts your branding, but also improves sales and client retention. These apps give your customers powerful booking and scheduling tools, providing them with access to your business directly from their phones. So if you have a branded app already, you know MindBody guides you through the setup process and deploys, ensuring your colors, logo, and branded app is front and center. But then what happens next? How do you get clients using the app? Are there tactics for extra revenue generation? How many push notifications are too many? Over the next 30 minutes, we'll listen to 3 business owners that utilize a branded app experience to engage with their clients and keep them at the top of their minds and tips of their fingers outside of the physical salon or studio. So today we'll hear from Laura Ruben Alexiou from Steamtown Hot Yoga, Corey Albertson from Craftsman Unlimited Haircuts, and Steve Fryatt from Starfit Studio. So we'll start with Laura.
Hi.
Hi, Laura. Can you talk a little bit about your business and what you do in Scranton?
Yes, we are a hot yoga studio. We're located in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It's about 2 hours north of Philadelphia and also about 2 hours outside of not Washington, D.C., New York City. And we've been in business. We're in our, I think we're going to be celebrating 11 years this fall. So coming up on our 11-year anniversary. And we've actually had this branded app for about 4 years now, I think, for almost 4 or 5 years. We've been using the app as part of our branding, part of our really part of our enrollment process, part of our retention process, part of our front desk process. It's really become front and center in our business to help us connect with our clients, engage our clients, and keep them coming back to the studio.
Awesome. And I know when we talked earlier, one way that you made branded app successful is by ensuring your clients and your customers download it. Can you talk a little bit about how you did that?
We really make the app well known to everybody who comes in, literally by telling them that we have an app and asking them if they know about it. Now, we do those things like having links for the downloads. We do have that on our website, and we hope that that's pretty easy for people to find. But of course, when people are in the studio, nothing really compares with a one-on-one conversation. So we've really implemented it as part of our front desk system to let all of our new clients know that we have this app, that it's a free app. It's available in their app store or in their Play Store, wherever they get their apps from, depending on what kind of phone that they use. And then we'll literally walk them through it. We tend to have, whether it's myself at the front desk or one of our front desk staff or our manager, we'll have a phone, like one of our personal phones up there, and we'll very simply say to students, do you know our schedule? Did you know that we have an app? And some of them say, yes, I already have it. I'm all set. And some of them say, oh, I didn't know about that. Tell me about it. So then we'll just take our phone and we'll show them. And I'll say, it looks like this, and how to download your app just like any other app. And then I'll bring it up and I'll say, you can see the schedule, and I'll walk them through it. I'll say, you click here to schedule your next class. Because what's really important to us is getting as many students as possible to sign up for their classes ahead of time. Some of our classes do fill up, and we want to make sure that everyone coming to class is able to get into class when they want to. We also use it as a retention tool to encourage clients to sign up for it ahead of time. So we'll say to our new students, today you're here at the Monday 9:30, like maybe you want to come Wednesday, Friday at 9:30. So you would find that on the app, you'll click here, and then inevitably they say, well, what if something comes up and I can't make it? Then we go through as well how to cancel it for them. If we even need to help them set up their username and password, we're happy to help them with that, because we really find that if we take maybe just a 2 or 3 minute conversation with these new students to introduce them to the app, then they're very comfortable. People these days are very comfortable with a smartphone. They're very experienced using different apps. So we're not really teaching them anything they don't know how to do. We're just getting them set up for success. And we feel that having them know about the app, having them have our schedule at their fingertips, and signing in for the class, and even how it syncs with the calendar so they can get a calendar notification that it's time to come to class. All those things just help those new clients really set that habit of getting into class, getting into yoga, seeing what different classes we offer, and making it really easy for them to sign up ahead of time.
Awesome. Do you have any kind of signs up in your locations that prompt people to download the app too, or is that just more of a conversation that you have with new customers?
We did for a very long time. We had a really big poster that was right by our front desk. And we literally said, hey, this is what our app looks like. If you turn around and you look at that poster, there it is. It looks just like that. And we did that probably when we first got the app. We put that up and we used that for about 2 years. And honestly, I think we took it down because we had to repaint that wall. And so, the stuff on the wall came down, and we found that it was enough to have the conversation and enough to have it also listed and accessible on the website for them to download. And one more thing that we do is we do send in our welcome email when someone books something online or creates an online profile. We send it out in that welcome email as well. So we find that it's less important to have the poster, although it was a great tool when we got started. It helped our front desk sort of know what to say, and it reminded them to talk about it. But now it's so immersed in our studio culture that it's easy for us to have the conversation at the desk.
Awesome. So talking about the value that Branded App brings you guys as a business, can you kind of give us some insight into why it's such an important tool for you?
Sure. I think there are a few reasons. The first one that I touched on earlier is it really helps with retention, because what we can do is after a client's first class, when they come out and we're connecting with them about what that first class experience was like, we can right away say, hey, we have this app. This is going to help you get signed in for your next class. And the more, as a studio owner, you can get a client to commit to their second class before they've actually left the building, the better it is. Like, the more likely they're going to actually come back and keep participating in your services. So when we take that time and show them how easy it is, and sometimes they'll even say, oh yeah, you know what, like this 9:30 is a good time for me, let me go ahead and do I just do it just like this? And they'll pull out their phone and they'll click through and they'll book that class. And that just helps them feel like they already know when they're coming back and helps them integrate into the studio. So it's a really great retention tool for that. It simplifies things at our front desk, because our front desk, when they come in and pull up the roster for the day, and when the teacher's pulling up the roster looking to see who's in class, we know what's going on. We know who's coming in. We know what kind of package they're on. We know if they're a new student. We know if they're inside their intro program. We know if maybe it's their last class on a package, or maybe their membership is expiring. And we'll know all of this before they come in, so that we can have a game plan at our front desk of who we really need to connect with, whose membership might be expiring, who might not know about that we want to connect with, who the new students are. The students and the teachers get to look and say, gosh, I don't know. These are 5 students coming in. I don't even know who these people are. And they're able to look at that. And that's all possible because people have taken the time to sign up ahead of time. So it really takes stress off of our front desk and helps our front desk then move into the things that they need to be on top of, like memberships and renewals and streamlining sales as well. We find that the app is very easy for our customers to use as far as the mobile friendliness of checkout. So even if we're running a workshop or whatever we happen to be doing, it all gets listed in the app. And when we announce these things, when we might have them written on our blackboards at the studio, or if teachers are announcing any special events that we're having or any kind of membership specials that we're doing, a lot of students will say to us, can I sign up with this using the app? And because it's mobile friendly, it's so easy for them to click buy now and have their credit card already stored in there and just not worry about anything. And we've really found, we've been doing this for over 10 years, and like the world gets more and more mobile, and people they want things to be easy. They want things to be at their fingertips. They don't want to have to pull out a credit card. They don't want to have to go home and log into their computer. They just want everything right there easy. And this is mobile friendly. The cart is mobile friendly. Their credit card information is going to be right there if they choose to put it in and have it stored in. So it's so easy for them that they appreciate it. And then our front desk appreciates it because it doesn't clog up things at the desk or have us having a line of, credit cards that we might need to run or anything like that. It really takes out some of those hiccups and some of those time consuming things at a front desk at a busy studio at the check-in time.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura. So if you're listening and have a question for Laura, you can go ahead and type it in the Q&A and we'll come circle back around at the end. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
All right, next we'll hear from Corey Albertson of Craftsman Unlimited Haircuts. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Corey.
Hey Corey, can you hear us?
Yes. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
We can. Awesome. Thanks, Corey. Can you talk a little bit about your business?
Yeah, of course. So like she said, I'm the owner of Craftsman Unlimited Haircuts. We are located in Boise, Idaho. The biggest thing about us, we're a membership-based barbershop. So a lot of the stuff we do, we force right through the app essentially as far as appointments and that goes. We've been in business. Actually, we've been using the app since we opened, and our 1-year anniversary is coming up August 7th. So that's a good thing. Just to give you an idea what our shop is, though, kind of set up like a gentleman's club. So yes, it's a barber shop, but we have pool tables and flat screen TVs, and it's all membership based. So just like a gym, kind of like some of the other panelists. But you pay $20 a month, you get unlimited haircuts, and then depending on what membership level you go with, just like in the app, you can see how there's different Craftsman members. Kind of depends on what service you get.
Awesome.
Is that what we're seeing right now on the screenshot then? Those are the kind of
Yep.
how you
Yeah, so we have different levels, the apprentice is like, just haircuts. And then once you get to, the journeymans and some of the other stuff, you get free beverages. So we have a beer and wine license and, haircuts and shampoos and all that other stuff. So
awesome.
Cool. So can you give us an example of how you guys use Branded App?
Yeah, so as far as the app goes, I'm kind of like Laura, I almost don't give clients an opportunity not to use the app at my shop. So like when they come in and they want to become a member at my shop, we immediately walk them through. So once they join, after they've signed up and everything and done the contracts and all that, we have a tablet that we use, and right on the homepage has our Branded App on it. So we walk the client or customer through the downloading process. Once they download it, we show them exactly how to use it and kind of go through everything. So they already know the features. They know that they can purchase stuff through it. They know that they can cancel, their appointments. Probably some of the best features, though, to tell you the truth, that I get client feedback from is I have all my barbers. So right now I'm up to, we only have, like 11 barbers and stylists and, receptionists at my shop, but every single one of the barbers and stylists, it has their photo on there. So for us, we get this a lot. People say, hey, I used this person last time, but I don't remember their name. So the fact that the app, you can throw a photo on there, of your barber and stylist, that helps me out a ton. That's something we hear we hear it all the time. And the fact, another thing we always pitch is, instead of calling us, because for us, we get so many phone calls, we started pushing the app super heavy as far as booking appointments, because it just takes away, we have a receptionist, but it still takes away from customer service in our shop when we're constantly having to answer phone calls. So, we promote, I guess, the ease of use. It only takes 3 button clicks and you can book an appointment. And if you ever have to cancel, you can go in there and cancel at any time. And then, kind of like Laura, like integrating it with making sure that they integrate it with their calendars and stuff like that, just so they're not missing appointments. So for us, that helps no shows.
Have your individual stylists or barbers an increase in repeat customers from that?
As a business, we have. So,
okay.
So for us, most of the time, like every day, we're about 100% booked out unless we have like cancellations. So at the end of the day, we're kind of different from, I guess, a standard, salon or barbershop in that sense, just because we are membership based. So we have members. So like if you want to throw some stats out there, like I think we have, a little over 2,100 clients. Of those 2,100, 700 of them are members. So, and amongst the members, those guys are coming back, anywhere from, we have guys that come weekly, bi-weekly, or sometimes just once a month, but on average, it's about 2 times a month. So we're seeing these guys all the time. So we're constantly, like, hey, how's the app going? Is it super easy for you? Is there anything we can do to fix it, change it? So we're constantly trying to make it better, within the limitations that we do have, though, of course. So.
Now, are new clients able to purchase memberships through the app for you?
Yeah. Yep. So we have, if you go under, I know you can't see it on here, but under that buy feature, we have it broken down in like 2 different categories. So once you hit buy, you can select a category, and our categories are either memberships or services. So if they click memberships, they'll see all our memberships right where on this screen where it says Craftsman members. That's where they can purchase any of those. And then the category Craftsman services, under the buy feature, it actually has all those. So like this is the appointment screen, but under the buy feature, it would look somewhat similar, and they could purchase the, you know, the beard trims or a walk-in or a wax or that sort of thing. And that, you know, that ends up being a pretty good option, you know, because one, for us as a business owner, I don't have to pay, you know, a commission to my staff if they go online, you know. So for us, it's definitely beneficial.
Yeah, that's a great incentive.
Awesome. Thanks, Corey. If you have a question for Corey, especially if you're a salon owner out there, you can write it in the Q&A part, and we'll circle back with Corey at the end. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So next up, we have Steve from StarFit. We're just unmuting you, Steve. Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thanks for joining us. Can you talk a little bit about StarFit?
Sure. We're a small group personal training studio located in Alexandria and Arlington, Virginia. We've been open for about 7 years in Alexandria and about 3 in Arlington. It's one trainer paired with up to 4 women at once. We're primarily a women's focused studio. One trainer, 4 women at a time. We start every half an hour, but our sessions are an hour long. I know that sounds very confusing, but what we try to do is break our sessions down into more availability for the average client. Because we heard a lot of problems before about people doing one-on-one training or group training where there's not enough time to pick throughout the day. So starting every half an hour allows them to find more spots to book throughout the day because of their busy schedules and kids and work and that whole deal. So it's very convenient for them. So that's where the app comes into play for us. So having things bookable every half hour and allowing them to book up their 15 minutes before gives them a lot of flexibility, which is one advantage we have over literally everyone around us. It works really, really, really well for us. It's basically the main part of our entire company is our app. And I'm going to bring up some numbers later about it, about how much money we've actually brought in through our app that are specifically because of our app, and some specials that we ran through Mother's Day and the 4th of July.
Yeah, well, you led me right into my next question. So we'd love to hear an example of how you've used Branded App successfully. I know you have some information about a push notification sale that you did.
Yeah, so we run 2 different types of memberships. We have reoccurrings, which everybody loves. So we have an unlimited package that we run. It's $189. They can come in as much as they want every 30 days. And there's no contracts in our studio. We just run 30-day cancellation policies. And what we're trying to do with the Branded App and our contracts and our whole studio and our philosophy is to take the pressure off of sales and take the pressure off people being locked into long-term contracts, because nobody likes that. Nobody wants to run into a place and have it look like a used car salesman all the time. So I feel like we've gotten rid of that a little bit. So with one of the things I tried to do was we have upfront packages also that people buy 25 sessions or 50 sessions at a time. But when people run out of those sessions, you're kind of on Hope Island sometimes, where you're waiting for someone to renew their package. You don't want to keep bugging them about it. So what I tried to do during Mother's Day was, for a week, I set up a promo code inside MindBody, and it was 10% off for any upfront package. And I ran it for a week. So my numbers ended up being, instead of waiting for these people to repurchase their upfront packages, I ended up making, $5,500 in a week just on upfront packages, just through the app. I didn't have to do anything. They put up the promo code, they did it. What I realized immediately was I can kind of anticipate when my upfront packages start to come in again. So once I did that, I waited till the 4th of July and I did it again. Again, instead of waiting for people to renew their packages, I already knew that on the reoccurring revenue side. So on this side, I was like, I can start to dictate when I can make these people renew their packages. So I did it again during 4th of July, and I got 13 more people to renew. And yet I did $8,300 in a week just on upfront packages. So I think that's pretty good. And I'm going to try another one during Labor Day and I'm going to try another one during the holiday season, and I'm going to try one again in February, and I'm going to try to do this 5 to 6 times a year, so I can kind of dictate when my upfront payment's coming in to kind of even out my months or to keep people on an even keel. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So far. So another good metric I have is for the sales for the year, our studios have generated, I think, $330,000 so far. And out of that, $83,768 were generated just through our app.
Yeah, that's an incredible number. Can you speak to what you think was the major influence from those sales? You know, what part of or feature of the branded app was your major source of that?
What I'm trying to do is really kind of go after the millennial base, and you don't have to teach them anything. I mean, they go right in, they download the app. When they call and say, hey, I'm interested in coming in for a free trial or something like that, they already have the app downloaded. They're ready to go. I don't use desktops anymore to sign people up. I have the phone on my hand, or my manager does, and we sign them up. They have a phone in their hand. We have a phone in our hand. We can do it right in the middle of the floor. We can do it in the hallway. We can do it anywhere we want. And it makes it very, very easy to sign people up. I keep my options very limited on there. So when they look at the app and they hit the buy button, there's only the unlimited. There's a 25, a 50, and a 7 sessions per month. That's it. That's all they can choose from. So it makes the choice very, very easy. Do you want unlimited? Do you want to go that way? Or do you travel a lot so you can't come consistently every single week, but you know you can come and pick and choose what you want? Then maybe a 50 pack is good for you. You go through, sign them up, they're ready to go. And they have to have the app on their phone to join. Again, we can always work around that if somebody doesn't have it, but who doesn't have a cell phone? I mean, come on. So we have every single person use it, and then we send out notifications about specials or what kind of special workout we're running or some kind of free workshop that we're giving away. And we do things like that over it. And instead of sending out text messages or emails where people don't even check email anymore, you know this goes exactly to their phone and everyone sees it.
Makes sense.
Awesome. So I think you've covered most of this, but why, I'm maybe just reiterate, why is the branded app so valuable and so central to your business?
Just like the other two said, I mean, I'm kind of repeating the same information, but it just streamlines the process. And every little step that you can take out of something, making it easier for someone, more accessible, the better you're going to be. I mean, and every little thing that comes out, every piece of technology, you have to try to use it. And the branded app has gotten better lately, and they've added in contracts. And I know they're going to keep adding stuff to it to make it more user-friendly and make it more easier for the customer to go in there, book slots, book multiple slots, buy new stuff, buy products, do whatever they need to do. And it takes less stress off of your staff or off of your sales process. And, you know, machines don't make mistakes. People do. So they just do their thing. It makes money, and it's consistent.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
So if you have questions for Steve or any of our panelists, go ahead and type them in the Q&A box.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of you have some really good questions in here. So let's see. And then
here's one for Laura. Jacqueline wants to know, Laura, do you send out any push notifications?
We do send out push notifications, and we try to balance it out between making the push notifications informative and let them know what's going on. For example, we live in a cold weather climate, and every now and then there might be something with weather, and we'll send out a push notification to let people know if there's some sort of weather warning, if we had to cancel a class because of a snowstorm, because of ice. So we'll use it for that. We do use them sometimes for sales, although not quite as consistently as our last panelist. And I really like everything that he was saying about how he uses that. I know that we do use it. We have a big sale around Christmas time and around the Black Friday, and we'll let people know about those different sales that we're having through the push notifications. And sometimes we'll just let people know for relationship building, you know, let them know if we're closed for a holiday, we'll wish them a happy holiday. We're closed for the next couple days, perhaps for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever it might be, so that people aren't being bombarded by push notifications, but they're being informed in a way that's useful to them, to let them know if there's a promotion they want to know about, to let them know about a cancellation or a closing that they'll need to know about, and also just to wish them well and let them know that we're thinking about them, and have them coming out timely enough that they're not getting bombarded by them all the time, but enough so they know when it comes up that they should look at it, that it's something affecting them and affecting their potential ability to practice.
Thanks, Laura.
Corey, here's a question for you. Can you talk a little bit about how you worked with MindBody to launch the app, if you remember, a year ago or whenever it happened?
Yes. So as far as launching it and setting it all up, are you talking the question about where you have the memberships within the app? Is that the one you're from Justin Foss?
I'm just looking at one that doesn't say who it's from, but how did you design it? Talk a little bit about how you worked with MindBody to launch it.
You know, the biggest thing with everything in our shop is based off image. So for us, we try and present like a manly image. So we wanted something, extremely like masculine, which is why we kind of have blacks. And like, if you go into our shop, you have like the industrial, like open ceilings that's blacked out with concrete and steel. So like when we were designing it, but we also wanted it simple, like nothing too cluttered, which is why essentially everything's black. As far as the process, though, I mean, it was kind of easy. You guys have your standard templates, and then we just kind of tweaked the different colors or the images, and then used your guys' online, the branded app, your guys' your link for that. So you just go up in there, and then you can change, stuff around there as far as like the settings and stuff go, and then. It's pretty simple,
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for all of you that are listening, if you saw in those images that we pulled up, each one is branded specifically for the business with color, with images, with logos. And that's one of the big advantages too, is that it's carrying on your brand to anyone that uses it, which is a great advantage.
Absolutely.
All right. Steve, you're up. There's a lot of questions about your sale. Karen wanted to know, did you target specific people when you pushed the 10% package discount, or did you send it to all of your users?
You have to send it to all of your users. You can't, it's not like Constant Contact or anything like that where you can kind of just pick certain fields or whatever. You send it out to everyone, but sending out to everyone's always a good thing, because you might have people that are on reoccurring revenue that might want to switch over to an upfront package if you offer things like that, so they can take advantage of it too. You might have other people that have downloaded your app in the past but have never signed up for whatever reason, or just kind of checking it out, or a friend of a friend, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And they may see that and want to take advantage of it. So there's hundreds of other people that have downloaded the app that aren't clients or used to be clients but still have the app on their phone, and they're getting these notifications anyway, so you are touching that too. But just getting information out there to people, especially when you do things like flash sale, it always perks people's ears up. Like, ooh, got to take advantage, especially when it's on a limited time. And you always make money. It always works. Always. You just got to be able to do it, be consistent with it, and try to find those times where, like Macy's runs a sale. They always run around Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July. Why do they do stuff like that? Because it works. So just copy what other people do. Find out what works in your business, and find out where the gaps are, and try to fill in the gaps with special sales and promos, and you'll see a good result from it.
So building off of that, Mishra has a question and wanted to know if you could expand on the process of actually setting those up.
Yeah. In MindBody, under the manager tools, there's just I think it's just called promotions. And you go down there and you pick which packages the promo code will work for. And, something catchy, 4th of July, yay. Or another idea is, once you get that set up, you can set it up for any package that you want. And you can exclude certain packages too. So it only works for this, and this, but not this and this. We also tried another experiment with using the app where you can go onto our app right now. And if you fill out a profile, you go to buy a package, you can, instead of doing a free week trial or a free trial, which seems very flooded, especially on Instagram and Facebook, we tried something called a 7 for 7. and you actually paid money to try the studio out. So $7, 7 days, you can come in as many times as you want. Nobody ever does, but it seems very sexy on the surface. They do that, and my manager follows up with them, and then you can set up promo codes for that specific person. So if Julie came in for a week, you could give Julie 48 hours after to take advantage of Julie's promo code to sign her up if they're not signing up immediately. And it gives them a little kick in the pants to get it going, to take advantage of the quote-unquote sale. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it works. It works. Like I have another metric for that one too. We just started doing that. We have, I think, a 50% sign rate on every 7 for 7 that comes in.
That's awesome.
So that's what works for us. I'm sure you can just tweak it a little bit for what works for you, and give it a shot.
Thanks. Laura, I'm going to come back to you, and then if any, either Corey or Steve want to expand, we can. This is a pretty good question that we get asked a lot, actually. The MindBody app, the one that, the world at large uses, how is that different, and how do you sort of feel about that as opposed to your branded app? How do you work with sort of both of those out there?
Yeah, that is a great question. And we find that through the MindBody app, we still get some of our students to sign up ahead of time because it does allow for people to do that. So the feature of getting people to sign up is something that we benefit from. We know that our introductory offer is listed on that. So people who are on that app also already are able to find us and to participate in that introductory offer. So we do get some new students from that. But we really don't find that there's a negative impact of that app or a negative competition level with that app, because our own branded app is so immersed in the running of our business and how you become a client and how you continue to sign in for your classes and how you continue to book your passes, that because we're able to have those conversations with the students when they come in and let them know what to expect and how to use the app and why to use it as well. We let them know, this is how we know that you're coming. This is how we know to expect you. This is so we can make sure that you have a spot in the classes that get filled up, even if you're going to be running a little bit late. We always let the client know also what's in it for them to be using the app. And as long as we can have that conversation of showing them how to download the app and what our specific branded app looks like, we don't find that we have any really negative impact coming from the other app. I really find that it is only just another way that people are able to find us, just another way of an advertising that people are able to come in.
Thanks, Laura. This question is for Steve. Can you talk a little bit about, Tony wants to know about, you mentioned that you only offer certain packages on the app. Apparently Tony tried that and they had to expand because clients wanted a package that suited them. So have you experienced that? And if so, how did you overcome that?
Yes, I have. I don't think there's any way around that sometimes with certain people's needs, and you can just make those adjustments for that person when they come in, because then it looks like it's very customer servicey to do that first off. But most people fit into, it's like, take a poll, sign up for a SurveyMonkey or Constant Contact and send out a poll to all your people and find out, or just do it yourself and find out what people are signed up for anyway. You're going to start to find trends across the board and then set something up that only that fits those little molds. Because if you give people too many options on the app, they're not going to pick anything. It's just a fact. Like once you get beyond 4 or 5, 6, and you see some people with like 10 services, 12 services, nobody picks anything because it's confusing. If you just keep it very, very simple, hey, you somebody that wants a monthly membership, or you want somebody who wants something up front? Good, one or the other. Which one you grabbing? You're going to sign up for something today. And if you do that right over the app and right over the phone, right in front of each other, they're good. They put their credit card in, you run it, you show them how to book a session, they're ready to go. They leave ready to go. Like they already have all their sessions set up, and then they can modify and change them anytime they want, and they have all the control. Or again, the illusion of control, I guess.
Thanks, Steve. Well, I don't know. Unless our panelists, are there any other questions that you see that really stand out that you want to tackle?
I mean, I think everyone should give it a shot. Like, I've had it for about 3 years, and it's a no-brainer for me. It keeps everything super streamlined. It puts the power in the user's hand, which everybody wants anyway. And it links right to our trainers' phones. They know who's coming and going. Gives them freedom to jump in and out of sessions. Like for us, they have like a 2-hour cancellation policy, and they can book 15 minutes before. But the session's already set up. They're rolling along anyway, and it gives people a lot of flexibility, and that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be in control, and this is, I feel like they have this with an app.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Steve. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lindsay, for helping host this. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Corey. All of your insights were really helpful. I know there's still a lot of questions from anyone listening out there. We can follow up with you guys if you are currently using the app.
There's support docs on MindBody Online support page that walk you through setting up push notifications. So I know that was a question that came up that we might not be able to tackle in this, but I think there's also some online videos as well. So lots of help up there. If you're having technical difficulties with your app, please feel free to call support. Those are the pros that can help you. Thank you.
Yeah, we want to make sure and give you guys the tools that you need. You know, I know it can be difficult or seem daunting to set this up, but there is a ton of support available. And really, we want to make sure that you are able to increase sales and increase retention using this incredible tool. So just a last thing for us to walk through that is super exciting. We have our upcoming Mind Body Bold conference here in September. So September 18th through the 20th in San Diego, California. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, I would highly encourage you to go to boldmindbodyconference.com. We have 2 incredible speakers, well, more than that, but 2 of the main ones are former First Lady Michelle Obama and sports icon and equal rights activist Billie Jean King. This conference is an incredible opportunity to network, to learn a lot about how you can continue to increase sales and retention for your business. And it's a lot of fun as well. So we hope to see you guys there. Thank you for listening today. Thank you to all of our presenters. You guys did such a good job, and we'll talk to everyone soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.